Happy Monday morning, all the Talking with Tiny crew. Good morning, Bass Man. How you feeling this morning, brother?
I'm okay this morning. I wasn't well the other day.
No, not at all. You
No.
were you were in rough shape. Mr. Kevin's not going to be here today. Work is bogging him down, I do believe. So he sent me a text and told me he wasn't going to be able to make it. I think the new application that his work put out there in the ether is working against him right now. So as always, you start something new. There's always going to be those little bugs to work out, but it's mostly user involved, is what he was saying. So it's everybody getting used to it and having to help them along the way is what's getting them right now. But let's go ahead and say hello to the fine folks here this morning. We have Raidmaster. Good morning, everyone. Working and lurking. Good morning, Raidmaster. Don't smash your thumb. I don't know what kind of work he does, but don't smash your thumb seems like one of those blanket statements that can work in any situation. Hey, look, we got Bass Man saying hello to Raider. Raid Master. Thank you. Member of the channel, good buddy of mine. A hearty, happy Monday to the Talking with Tiny community. It is Sea Griller Stacker. Good morning, buddy. The hat is real. If you know, you know. Silver Gator, hi, how you all? I'm so glad for me to see you. I got wrong damn tea. Morning, sir. Coins for Flip. Good to see you. Saying hello, everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you. Teacher 1388. Hello, anybody and anyone. Good morning, sir. Let's get it going. Good morning, Bass Man. Hope you're having a good morning. It is the one, the only Keno Man. Good morning, man. Hope you're doing lovely this morning. Oh, Bass Man disappeared. I bet his internet went out. I bet I'll get a text any second now. Let's go ahead and we've got Bad Gateway. Good morning, Bad Gateway. Good morning, Tiny and Bassman. Good morning, sir. I think Kevin needs to get his work on his priority. Needs to work on his priorities. Yeah, well, you know how it is. Got to pay the bills. First and foremost. We've got KG Coins saying hello all. I hope you and Smiles are doing absolutely fantastic this morning. And we're caught up. It only took us 3 minutes, 30 seconds. So, what went on over the weekend? Anybody do anything coin related? I know Sea Griller Stacker and Coin Stuff I Like, or Mr. Wiles Palladino, whichever way you want to refer to him. I think you two went to the San Francisco show. How was the show, Sea Griller Stacker? And did you pick up anything that you want to share with us? There is, as Compton said, in Chillicothe, there is a coin show on the 10th of March. I believe Compton and myself are going to try to go to that together. So maybe I could do a report from the show, maybe. Sorry, I had to get me something to drink there, folks. Have you ever noticed my my icon or whatever is he's a pretty good looking dude, It's the wrong hat, but it's pretty nice. I like it. I had that done in Myrtle Beach back in 2000 and that was in 2009. Lala was very pregnant with Zoey, and she actually got hers done with a little baby that and it said Lala and Zoey on it. It was really cool. So, see, Griller, how about that? How about that? How about that coin show? Or has my thing frozen? Nothing else is coming up. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. I like it. Ken O'Mine saying hello to Coins 4 and Teacher. Silver Gator saying morning, young lady to Ken O'Mine. Every time I say her name, I want to sing it. I don't know what's going on there. Welcome back, Bass Man.
Hello.
Internet go down on you?
Yeah, I heard you say hello. Something about Bassman. Boom. It just went off.
Our internet went out there a couple days ago, and it was just like, and where I'm so close to next door, I just picked up on theirs. My computer never missed a beat. I was watching a video, and everyone's like, internet's out. And I was like, okay. Sacramento show, that's the show they went to. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to say San Francisco. It just picked up their internet instead of mine. So I was like, I've still got internet. Then I looked down there and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm on their internet. Where I did my show from there one day. It just picks up on their internet automatically. So it never missed a beat on the video. Some coins are coming out this week. Yes, they are. Ken of mine says, I think I got everyone. It's not easy as it looks. We did. It was the SAC show. I picked up a 1928 Philadelphia peace dollar and a 2023 reverse proof 2013 reverse proof ASE. I think Wiles picked up some of the capped bust coins. We and our wives had a nice lunch. That's cool. Nice little I'm glad to see folks from the coin community getting together outside of YouTube. I mean, I know there's been a lot of shows like the Oklahoma show every year is a big deal. The fun show seems to be a big deal. The A&A show in Chicago is a big deal for YouTube personalities and stuff like that. Hey, look who it is, Bass Man. It is Brown Sugar 0069. Good morning, ma'am. And right behind her is Coin Stuff I Like. Good morning, friends. Good morning. I heard you had a good time at the Sacramento show with C. Griller Stacker. You and the wives got together and had a nice lunch. That's pretty cool. Lots of coin show fun with C. Griller and spouses. That's how you do it. See, when the spouses are with you, there's only one downside to that. They look at what you're looking at, see, and they see the price tags as soon as you pick up the coin, and they're like, I don't know, maybe you ought to pass on that one. And then you're like, no, it's a cap bust $50. I gotta have it. Perfect type coin. It's in great condition. See, that's the only downside of taking your spouse to a coin show. If they are not a collector. If they are a collector, then you got to try to rein them in a little bit. Like, hey, maybe we find something better somewhere else, or maybe we can get a better deal. Nope, not when you're alone. Got to have it. Glad we met. Very nice people, and turns out we have a lot in common. Very cool. Hey, you both like Talkin with Tiny Show. There you go. That's the most important thing you got in common. Maybe. Not really. But still. You guys all come here to see Bass Man anyway. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Picture. Come to see Bass Man's thumbnail there.
And it's not that I have anything against y'all seeing me. It's my background. Mostly.
Yeah. He's like me. He's got a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of collections and stuff going on. He don't want people to see his good stuff. That's what it is.
Well, that, and I'm limited on space, let's say. And, and so I'm up against the wall So the open, which I'm doing something I hate, having a door behind me.
Yeah.
But that's the only place I could put my computer stand up here. And so I'm jammed into the corner over here of my bedroom.
Yeah.
So one corner, well, this whole side of the bedroom is my junk, and I'm sitting here with a little stand, a metal computer stand, and a metal shelving to my right, and then on either side of me, I've got a coffee table sitting there with stuff on it.
See, it's not that you're lacked on space. You have too much stuff. You have too many collections going on there, and you have too much good stuff. And then if you had more space, you'd have more good stuff, so you'd still have less space. I learned that quick.
I've got a plastic set of drawers that my son got when he was a kid, you know, to we put his stuff in it. And they're probably a foot tall, the drawers. And I've got 3 drawers. I mean, you know, they're good, more than 3 feet wide.
Oh, wow.
And a foot tall. And I don't know how deep, maybe a couple of feet. And I've got 3 of them just full of plastic, little parts and little caps and toys, plastic toys and plastic anything, you know, that I keep and I make stuff out of them.
Bassman makes those not dioramas. What am I looking for? Like you'll see those airplanes made out of pop cans. Well,
Yeah.
Bassman does that stuff with plastic and stuff like that, and he, you know, shapes it and molds it and builds stuff like that, which is really cool. Yep.
I got to do something with my Dremel now that you won't let me clean coins.
Yeah, really. Not allowed to clean the coins with especially with the Dremel, and got the barrel disc on there and just no, not going to happen. Not on my watch. There he is, Compton, Brother Compton. Here I am, member of the channel. Good to see you, buddy. I was just updating on everybody on a minute ago on me and you may be going to the Chillicothe show together. I'm sure we'd see Mr. Daniel from Coin Help You over there. He seems like he's at every show I've went to in the last 5 years. We have Mr. Scott S. Morning, everyone. Hi, Tiny Bassman and Kevin. Those of you just coming in, Mr. Kevin will not be here today. Work is keeping him at the grindstone, to say it the nice way. Griller had a list. His wife helped him looking for items on the list at different tables. Divide and conquer. What? See Griller Stacker? She's a keeper. She's a keeper.
See, here comes my subject that I told you I wanted to talk today. Talking lists, Tiny and I have a program that we track our coins with. Well, I set out to make my own report in it.
Yeah.
Well, the company that makes it.
Which one? The one that makes the report or the one that makes it?
Yeah, the coin collecting software got a third-party company and used their reporting. Well, so in the help thing for the program, it tells you how to use the initial wizards. And then when you get past the wizards, they've got the help for the other software that you can get. The problem is it's getting from one to the other doesn't always go so smoothly.
Not at all. And where you can get and what drove me and Bassman more crazy than it did me is where they're getting this information and how they're using it.
Yeah. You can have multiple collections in the software. So if your wife and you both collect, or your spouse, for the women, but if your spouse collects and you collect, so you have your collection and their collection on there. Or you have like Tiny, you got a high-end collection and a regular collection.
Right. I got my high-end Kennedys in one collection all by themselves, and then I've got the rest of the coins.
But the problem is I couldn't figure out how to make the program decide which data to use. Well, the only way that we can find is that when you're on the software and ready to run the report, you go over on the left and click on whichever data you want to use. You can't tell it in the program, use this data or use that data. Well, in my case, the problem was created that I put all of my wheat pennies in my want list that I don't have. Then I went to make a report that printed the wheat pennies. Well, the problem is if I don't put it on want list, when I run it, if I have it still sitting on my collection, it prints all the wheat pennies in my collection. So I was trying to find a way to make it tell it, go to my want list. And then the manual says that the software, the printer software, will read all collections except.
Except, that's the big word right there, except.
It won't read the want list, the deleted, the sold, but we knew you could read them by putting a thing on them and it read them. So I guess knowing that, when we read that it put them to, it used them together, we thought that it meant, okay, if you've got two collections that are regular collections, it'll read both of them. Well, now I'm really upset because how do I keep it from reading one if I don't want it? And, only read one of the selections, or how do I get it to do both if I want to? So I finally got in there and found a data field for collection that it loads and tells you whenever you enter a coin, it tells which collection you enter it to. It puts that in the field. Oh, now I had it. All I had to do was go in there and divide it up by collection.
Yep.
Well, I don't have two collections. So I sent it to Tiny to test it. Problem was, when he ran it, it didn't do what they said it would do.
It only read one
collection.
ran
on one collection, whichever one you have it selected.
Yep.
And so now I'm back. I've sat all day Sunday, just nearly all day Sunday, writing the thing to make it work, where it would work with multiple databases or collections without putting them all together. It would separate them. And then when we ran it, it didn't separate because it would only look at the one you were selecting. So I spent all day Sunday doing one thing to get it to work that I didn't need. But luckily, I want to write another report that there's a field in it called location that you can put where you're storing your coins, So if you got 3 safes and a closet and whatever, you can put down that you put it in safe 1, safe 2, and so then when you're looking for a coin, you go to the list, it'll say safe 1, and you go to safe 1 to get it.
Yep.
Well, but I'm going to make a location list, and that's what I had to use to figure the other one up, because I had no collection, multiple collections, but I had multiple locations. So I used location in it until I got it working, and then switched it to the collection. Well, so now I know that I can write a report that every time the location changes. So like if I put my lockbox, it will say lockbox, and it'll print all the lockbox coins sorted. And then it'll go to the next one. So I know I can sort them within it. I don't know if I could do 2 breaks, but I can make it break every time the location changes. So anyway, we spent the weekend. Out how to do this.
Starting Friday evening to into Saturday and into Sunday.
And it was a mess. It doesn't work the way you think.
Doesn't even work the way they say it's going to work.
Yeah, it does not do what it says. Oh, and worse than that, we went in, and one of their sample reports, I ran it, and it came up and said, when I selected my want list and ran it, it came up at the top of the report and wrote the word want list. And if I ran it against my collection of coins, that I have, it came up and said all coins. Again, we thought that meant that it was putting all the databases together, but I only have one. So anyway, that thing, it makes it sound like it will. What am I trying to say here?
It makes it sound like it's going to read them all, but it doesn't.
Read them all, but you don't get all of them. And the thing about it was, it came up on their report and told which one we had selected. Right. So I copied their report and changed it to make my report, which was a mistake, but it wouldn't work. It kept coming up every time I did one, and instead of saying that it was in my want list, it said it was in caption bar. Well, we don't even know what caption bar means. So I went back and I copied their program verbatim. No change, no nothing. Changed the name to protect the innocent, on where I saved it so that I could run it again. And when I ran their exact same program that I had named, it did the same error. Put that caption bar thing up there. But yet when we ran theirs, it came back and said want list.
Yeah.
And we looked
at the same
up.
Thing.
Yeah, we Googled it, thinking, oh yeah, that'll be a common mistake, We found 2 places where it talked about it. And I think it actually was their forum and somewhere else.
2015.
But, way back, somebody asked this question about why they were getting caption bar whenever they wanted it to tell where they really were. And so we went there to look at it. Oh, sure, they're gonna tell us how to fix our problem. They didn't answer the guy.
From 2015, nobody from the company.
He had no answer. And so I'm still working with this thing, trying to, like I say, if you go into it to look at where you're going to put the data, it tells you to select coins. Well, that means you're going to use the database.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't they just put the database name?
Right.
But they put coins. So everything has to be preceded by the word coins. So if it's the coin ID, you're getting coins.coin ID to get the field that is the coin ID or the coin type or whatever. And like I said, it was just a big challenge and a big waste of a weekend, basically, trying to get this done. Well, now this program is put out there for people that are coin collectors.
It's called Coin Manage.
They've got one for stamps and money collecting and all that. The problem is they think you can write your own reports.
Right.
I got a degree in computer science, and I had trouble writing a report in it.
That one spot where it said caption bar or Coin Manage report list, Bassman ended up going in and editing their report and just deleting that portion of it so it wouldn't come up at all.
I couldn't figure out how to take it out because they put it in there, and once it's in there, it's there. And you can try to delete the line, and it tries to delete your whole report.
Yep.
So I just typed in a space over the text that they had in it. I put a space in there and then just put it up, and so it makes a blank line now where that, just a little blank line where that text used to be in 16 font. Now it's just a little 12 font blank line.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Bill Driscoll, saying good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Ken of mine's got the idea. Make a better one.
Yeah.
Ken of mine, we actually sat down and started trying to make a better one. We were going to make it with spreadsheets so that all our people that wanted to use it free of charge could use a copy of it. Well, then I decided it would be better if it was a database because of the fact that databases are much faster at data retrieval and manipulation than spreadsheets. When you go to trying to write one of these, and you got to figure out what data you want to keep, because you always figure everything out based on the output. What do I need to get the program to do?
Right.
I need it to print out reports of, that show what coins I have or show where I've got my coins or whatever. So that tells you what field you got to collect on the input. See, because if you don't collect the location, you can't output where they're at. Well, we sat down and started that, and probably 2 days into it, I was looking at other programs to see what they did, and pretty soon we bought one.
Yeah, it's called Coin Manage. The program itself for collecting coins is amazing.
Yeah,
what you can do
is great.
You could do multiple collections, like yours, your wife's. Like if I wanted to do mine and Lala's and Zoe's, and and then other collections that's separated, like my high-end Kennedy collection, The one I'm going to add pretty soon is all my 1976 stuff, foreign coins and United States Mint coins. But for collecting, Coin Manage is where it's at. We looked before we got it. We looked at all the other coin programs that were out there, and this one had the most functionality to it.
Even Kevin got it and started using it. And
now he's using it for his reports for putting barcodes and making labels and shipping.
That's what he has leaned on so far is his like his flips. He prints a label that folds over the edge of a flip.
Yeah.
And has all the information on it about the coin, and everything. And even puts a barcode on there that could be scanned to get the information off of it. And so he's really been into that. So I was into the reporting part, trying to make
I was into the collecting part.
Yeah. So we have been working this program over, and it is a very good program. It's just you might need to know somebody like me to get a real good report out if you want it to look a certain way. Now, if you don't mind running the wizard and taking what it gives you, then
it'll give you what's in your collection, but it'll say something weird at the top.
Well, it doesn't always do that if you don't select that one wizard. But what it does do that I hate, it has a reason, some reason. It breaks things up into headings and data lines and all that. It's fine. But I can't get the heading line for the coins or for the columns on the report to come up right above the data lines. It always wants to put something between them. So like if I put that I want it from collection, well, it'll put the heading for the data lines, then it'll write the word collection, whatever the collection is, because whatever I put in the heading word, and then I put the data line that I want to get, what fields I want it to print out. But when I run the report, the heading line for the items is not right above the items themselves if you put a heading in it.
Yeah.
So like I say, it's just some little quirks, and somebody ought to write a better one. I mean, I told them.
That's what we'll work on this week in our afternoons. That's what we'll work on this week. Writing another one.
Yeah. Write a new one.
Steve Gorilla Stacker uses his wife as a bird dog. Hand her a list and she sniffs out the coins. I don't know how your wife's going to feel about. I don't know how your wife's going to be feel like compared to a bird dog. But,
that was the reason I wanted the reports, was because when I went around, I had to sit and write everything out to begin with, and when your right hand has no feeling, it's kind of hard to write and make it readable. And then when I got there, I didn't take a pen, of all the idiot things I did, but I had this handwritten list that I could barely read and no way to mark it off.
He was asking me, "Can you read that?" I was like, "Hell no."
But anyway, I went down to a coin show with Daddy Pop and had my list handwritten again. And so I decided I needed something different. And so I made myself a list with the pennies I needed, wheat cents that I needed. And I know how to do all the the ifs and the groups and all that thing for most of it to separate it where I only get the coins I want. So I pull out the Lincolns that are from '09 to '58, no problem. And if its date is between there, then it's a wheat penny. So I know how to do all that, but I can't get the stupid headings on the report to do right.
Yeah.
The programming of it is not hard for me. The what I want on it and things like that. It's their headings, pretty much, that have been giving me the fits.
Right. I mean, that's the most important thing. Whenever you look at a list and it says capture bar, you're like, what in the world's capture bar?
Yeah.
But
there's
you're looking at you're looking at your want list. You want it to say want list. Because if you've got 4 or 5 reports and they all say capture bar on them, that ain't doing nobody any good.
No.
Scott S. is saying, does anyone remember if the Ventris Gibson signed COAs were just in the 2023 Peace Dollar or was it Morgan Dollar COAs? I believe it was the Morgan Dollars too. Someone may, Silver Wolverine came in. He may be able to shed some light on that for you, Scott S. I know I'm not down far enough, but Silver Wolverine, folks, right there's a great channel. Numismatic news and information. Numismatic news and information. The greatest. Numismatic news and information channel on YouTube right there, folks. That's right, I said it. Gold Aztec, good morning, sir. Probably the thing Wiles and I have most in common is we both married out of our league.
I think we all do. Men, anyway.
Yeah, I married way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is, you can marry for money or marry for love.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've now decided that marrying for money is better. But, too late. We always joke. My wife always is saying that I married her because she was an attorney, thinking I was going to get rich. Yeah. Then she switched to defense attorney.
That's even worse.
And then she went to public defender. So
she was a judge in there somewhere too, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was a municipal judge at one point.
Once a judge, always a judge.
Yep. That's the way it works here anyway. They're supposed to, if you were ever a judge, they're supposed to call you Judge something, but now they don't call her Judge nothing, but it's just because she doesn't press the issue.
Yeah, and public defenders, they get the short end of the stick. They're always defending somebody's rights, and they're always helping out the person that, I don't want to say got in trouble, but got in trouble. But
got accused of something anyway.
Right. Allegedly.
Right.
But, innocent until proven guilty. And, I mean, that's a job too. Somebody needs to look out for people's rights and stuff. I like what she does. It's very admirable.
See, Griller, I call my wife whatever she tells me to call her.
Absolutely. Me too. Smart men right there.
If I call her for supper, she'd be happy, but that'd mean I have to cook it. So,
and that ain't helping anybody.
That ain't helping nobody.
Copper Coins. Good morning, Tanya Bassman. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I may not have gotten to all of you today, because I went down right at first. So I may not have individually said hello on the chat, but I usually do if I can. So,
hey, look, we got Mr. Jack Gallman from Marion, North Carolina.
Yep.
Good morning, Mr. Gallman.
I hope you're
Jack
not
Gallman.
offended that I didn't get your name. That's what I'm saying.
Jack Gallman had surgery not too long ago, and of course, Mr. Scott S. had surgery
Yeah.
not too long ago. I hope both of you gentlemen are doing well after the surgeries. Let's see. Scott S. says, was someone looking for 2009 Lincoln Rolls? I have a box of the LP4 for trade. There you go, folks. Now, look, he's picking up medication from Walmart.
I was looking for 2009s, but I finally got all of mine. Mint. I got some from the Mint and got others from the bank. But yeah, no, Ken of mine, you're right. I don't win any arguments. And she's
Griller
right.
Stacker.
She gets loud, and so I can't even out loud her.
Yeah, you can't. No. Once a woman starts getting loud or says, "Listen here," you best start listening really quick. Griller Stacker uses an Excel sheet to catalog my collection. I have it generate a report, any data I want. Yep.
Right. And I understand that. But the bigger your database gets, the slower it'll be. And that, like I say, it's just Excel will work for most things and for most people. We're not industrial collectors, like John. He'd have to have a massive database. No, but the databases work faster, and we have people are impatient. People, they don't want to sit there and hit a button to get a report and have to wait 5 minutes. So
Compton, Mr. Kevin is away doing business. His job is very important, and I'm not going to stand in the way of a man paying his bills or feeding his family.
Yeah,
never will. CFA just submitted approval for the 2026 Lincoln Cent and Jefferson Nickel, both with dual dates. I hope they all have dual dates. That would be cool. 1 year issue, dual dates, everything. Those would disappear from circulation really quick.
2026 Lincoln Cent and Jefferson Nickel. Oh, okay. Now, what's a dual date? Like
1776 to 1976.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out what that meant. So
yeah,
that would be interesting.
It'll be 1776 to 2026.
Oh, cool. Scott S. said the doctor said he didn't have to wear his sling anymore, so he can do stuff.
Nice. So Wolverine said he went to, where's it at? Right here. Just came back from San Antonio, Texas trip this morning at 2 a.m. Don't ask why 2 a.m. Scratch my head or shaking my head. I did, however, visit a coin shop in San Antonio. I think I got a decent deal. Cool. What'd you pick up, sir? He probably tells what he picked up, and I'm just not there yet. Try to catch up here.
See, Griller, I agree with you there until that works real well until you try to do it. Tiny and I ran into that already, taking a database that you have and or a spreadsheet that you have, like the one I keep for the auctions. Try to take that and turn it into an Access database gets pretty hairy, but it will
hairier
do
than hairier than me.
Work the way you think it will.
We're talking Sasquatch hair here, folks.
Yeah,
we're talking chimpanzee with a Brillo pad on top of a Sasquatch. It's pretty hairy. Mr. John Jacobs, hi, Tiny Bass Man. Hi, gang. Good morning, sir. Then he says, 14 likes, 25 watching. If you have not hit the thumbs up button, please hit the thumbs up button. It lets YouTube know that you're watching, you like it,
yeah,
and we're doing something good over here.
Please. 55 Chevy, did you get what I sent you?
Where can we get the software from? It's called Coin Manage, all one word.
I've
It's
forgotten the cost of it, but it's not very much.
I think it's $40.
Yeah, something like that.
Now they have add-ons and stuff, and they just came out with a new update for the 2023 coins. So it'll have all your 2023 coinage and stuff like that in it, and some of the 2024 coin stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
If you get the new one, if you download it now, you get what we had to order separate.
I still haven't ordered it.
Oh, I've got it, but you have to get it separate from the other one. But it doesn't cost the whole price. It's just like $19 or something. But they put it out there, and the new download includes everything ready to go. Yeah. Whereas if you had the old download, you had to do an upgrade.
Yeah. SF Kim Rush, good morning. Silver Wolverine, I am unable to post comments about your videos. Huh. That's weird.
You have to check that have to check your videos, because sometimes they get that's something that YouTube has been they get it turned off.
Yeah.
And
SF Kim Rush Silver Wolverine says, SF Kim Rush, not sure why. I checked and double checked. You were not blocked. Try to unsub and resub.
Okay.
And then try to comment again, he says.
Well, that's I know several people have had that problem, and
yep.
And their people they couldn't do it, and it's something at the report in. I mean, the one they had. The problem was at the YouTube posters in. Putting the thing out there had it set. I want to say it had something to do.
Where they had to look at each comment before they had to approve the comment.
Yeah. Or it had things like where it couldn't, it wasn't for children or was for children or something. I think they were checking that the video was for children, because it didn't matter whether children read it or saw the video. But when they do that, they turn off the
comments
and stuff. So,
well, I think SF Kim Rush is seeing other comments from people. It's just whenever he goes to put a comment on there, it doesn't show up.
Yeah,
that could be either or. My guess would be SF Kim Rush, something has went on yours. But if you can leave comments on other people's videos, but just not Silver Wolverines, that's kind of odd.
Yeah, if you're able to comment on somebody else, you would think it was on his. I did not get an email from you.
$55 Chevy, member of the channel, good buddy of mine.
That's who
saying hello, everyone.
$55 Chevy. I did not get an email.
Yes, Silver Wolverine corrected me, and it said it was only on the uncirculated peace dollars. I was thinking it was on Morgan's too for some reason. Oh, okay. He was asking because his Morgan had security tape on it. That's why I was asking. Okay, that's cool. Just remembered at the Sacramento show, I met and chatted shortly with Sean from Blue Ridge Silverhound channel. That's cool.
Who did I buy my first coin from?
Daniel at Coin Help You.
Yeah, Daniel at Coin Help You. I met him And he was real
1909 VDB.
Yep.
That's a good first coin to buy, folks. 1909 VDB.
Yep.
That's right. Teacher 1388 had surgery 2 weeks ago, too. I hope you are feeling better. Man, I'm way behind. Let's catch up here, make sure. Okay, I am caught up. There we go.
Okay. But yes, if anybody gets that software and you need a report, a certain way, get hold of me and I'll help you with it. Make it for you, whatever. Any of I've made, if you want them, you're welcome to them. So, like I say, I've got one now that lists all the wheat pennies in whichever database you choose, the collection database or the want list. It will sort out and print wheat pennies. So if I put it on my collection, I get all the wheat pennies I have, and if I run it on my want list, I get all the wheat pennies I want, and that I don't have. So,
hey, look at here, Bass Man. The doctor said I don't have to use my sling anymore. So, Tiny Bass Man, I can stamp your presents now. Just give me a day or two to get used to having it off before I stamp them. Cool. Remember, heat them up a little bit. Make them a little malleable, and it'll be a lot easier on you, Scott S. You won't damage your die that way.
Yeah.
Or your punch, or whatever you want to call it. Spay and neuter your pets early. Cost me almost $5,000 for an emergency spay of my 10-year-old Golden. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. There goes my collecting future. Bill wife said I could buy 10 Golden for that. Yeah. Yeah, but once they're around, I mean, I don't care what anybody says. It's just a dog. No, it's not just a dog. They become part of your family, for sure. You're bringing in another member of your family when you bring in a pet.
And I treat the pet nicely and all that, but I'm not like my wife. I mean, to me, it's a dog. She can't. If you ever give my wife a dog, she won't get rid of it. And till you get, that dog has to either die on its own, or you have to take it to a vet to put to sleep because of some major reason. You can't get rid of it otherwise.
Yeah.
So
like that cat.
You don't just give it to somebody or.
Like that cat your daughter brought in.
Yeah. I've got two now. She went and got one and then found one.
Yeah.
And
refuses to call it by its name. It's just the other cat.
No, they got a name for it. I don't know what it is, but
no, that's what I'm saying. You call it the other cat.
Yeah, the other cat. But
so I've picked up on its name as the other cat.
The cats can't be in the same room together, but they constantly, and I mean constantly, play with each other under the door, sticking their feet through the door so the other one will see it and touch it and paw at it, and the one on the outside will have half his leg under the door, and the other one be going out. But then they opened the door one day and they got together, and it was a cat fight. So,
Mr. Dennis D, good morning, sir. Said, oops, I missed out. Hey, look at there. Azure Blue, reminding everybody, please hit that thumbs up. Good morning, sir. Is it me, or are vets taking advantage of the feelings people have for their pets?
Oh, I'm sure
I'm sure they do. I mean, there's like, you you take your elderly mother into the doctor
Yeah.
because, she can't get there by herself. And, it's all about, well, let's run these 50 tests when they could have found the answer out with one. So when you bring your pet in there, like I said, as another member of the family, they're going to say, yeah, these people are going to spend the money to take care of something. So let's, a spay and neuter is usually $25 to the vet that we go to.
Right.
$25. $5,000 for one. How much is it?
It's a discount.
It's a discounted.
And it's $100 for a spay.
It's $100 for a spay, she says, but we go to a discount place that does it. It's at the Humane Society.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what's considered an emergency spade.
Right. Mr. Robert Pentoff, good morning, sir. Member of the channel, saying good morning. Lucky Duck, it's really Monday already? Wow. Yeah, Mount Bass Man's weekend went pretty quick. We had more ideas than we had times, what it was.
Right. I'd have to get up in the middle of the night because my brain would get to going on some of the ideas, and I'd have to know whether they worked, So I'd have to get up and get on the computer and try it.
Then he had a sleepless night there on Friday night because he was trying to work on it so much.
Yeah.
And he texted me Saturday morning, and then we were going to get on, and then he's like, would you rather talk to me that I've been up all night, or let me sleep a couple hours and then talk to me? I was like, whichever you want to do. He goes, I think I'm going to lay down for a while. About 4 hours later, we're on the computer trying to figure it out again.
And it's I'm like a dog with a bone, I guess. If it's on my mind, I want to fix it. Right then, I want to solve that problem, get it done. And
yeah, it plays on you.
Yeah. But
there's one of the reasons it costs so much. It was an emergency pet hospital, only one around, open 24/7.
Right.
Yep. Those 24/7 emergency ones, you might as well say quadruple your money as soon as you walk in the door. We took Ozzy to one when he was little because what was it, babe? I passed out and fell on him. Something like that. Passed out and I fell on him or stepped on him as I was falling or something like that, and we thought his leg was broke. So we took him in. It was ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah. We had a cat that I got off our front windowsill. Somebody had thrown it out of the car and it got on the windowsill, and that sucker was loud. So my son and I went out and retrieved it against my better judgment. I don't like cats that much, but we had it for a few days, and my youngest daughter was a small kid when this happened, and the cat started coughing like it had a hairball. Well, she didn't know what that was. She thought it was trying to throw up, so she took it to the toilet and held it up over the toilet so it could throw up in the toilet.
Thank you, baby.
Had it standing on the floor, hold it like a person would. Anyway, it aspirated and went back into its lungs. And so we had to take it to a 24-hour vet. Like $1,500 worth of vet bill on a cat we found on the front porch. And anyway,
you know what that tells me about you and your family?
That I'm afraid of my wife, and she said it was going to the vet.
Well, there's that. And then the other thing is you're good people. Whether it's yours already or not, you want to see some other you want to see some other, animal or person or whatever it would have had to be, and you guys take care of them. That's
we found it wasn't a Cocker Spaniel, Brittany Spaniel. And I know I've seen that dog at somebody's house. I just knew I did. So I looked all over this neighborhood for, I said neighborhood. We don't live right in a town. We live outside. But I looked everywhere for where I thought I'd seen that dog and tried to, get somebody to admit to knowing it, owning the dog or something. Well, we had to go somewhere. And so I put the dog out. It was living outside. So I put it in the yard where it was in an area where they could see it from the road, thinking maybe somebody would drive by and see the dog.
Yeah.
And we've got a neighbor lady that, well, she's passed on since, but we had asked her to water the dog and feed the dog, make sure it was taken care of. When we came home, it was in her backyard and never left.
Huh. Fell in love with the dog.
Yeah, she liked that dog.
Oh, if it was up to Lala and Zoey, every time we every time we drive by a stray or a dog walking along, whether it's a stray or not, first thing they do is say, "Oh, it's got a collar. It don't have a collar." If it was up to them, we'd have 1,500 dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it is around here. If one comes up, I'll get a gun and go after it, and my wife will be trying to catch it and put it in the backyard.
Huh?
Maybe a few the owners don't deserve to.
Yeah, maybe a few the owners don't deserve. Lala said.
Yeah, they don't deserve their dog if they can't take care of it. But
that's exactly right. We all have vet bill stories. So when you have a good heart, money is secondary. It's the right thing to do. Absolutely. Exactly. And with that, I want to say we're overtime, Bassman.
Yes, I was just fixing to say we've gone over.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and say our goodbyes. Go ahead and we'll end it off right here together, Bassman.
Okay. Well, I'm glad all of y'all came. I hope I didn't bore you too badly with stories of the database, but I just wanted to let you know how our weekend went. But anyway, y'all come back. We'll have our show Wednesday. We're hoping to preview the auction and everything. So till then, I'm wishing I was fishing. Bye.
I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys don't forget to check that pocket change, because you never know what you got in your pocket until you look.